Find the coordinates of the stationary points on the curve y equals x to the 4 minus 2x squared and investigate their nature using a sign test. So we have y is equal to x to the 4 minus 2x squared. So differentiating will give us 4x cubed take away 4x. And we want that to be equal to 0 for our stationary points. So we've got 4x, x squared minus 1. And that would give us 4x, x minus 1, x plus 1, because we have a dots there. And that gives us x is equal to 0, 1, or negative 1. So as far as coordinates are concerned, if x is negative 1, this would be 1 take away 2, so that's at negative 1. If we have 0, then it's going to be 0. And if x is 1, again it's 1 take away 2, so 1, negative 1. So let's look at negative 1, and use a sign test table. So we've got x, and we'll look at dy dx. So we're looking at negative 1, and there are no stationary points to the left, so we can just use negative 2. We know it's 0 here. We can't use 0. We can't go up to the next integer because that's the next turning point. So let's use negative 0.5. And remember, we're looking at dy dx here. So I put negative 2 in here. That would be 4 times negative 2 cubed. That's going to be negative 32, and then this one's going to end up being plus 8, so it's going to be negative. And then with negative 0.5, this is going to be negative a half. It's going to be 4 times negative 0.5 cubed, which is an eighth. And then that will be plus 2. So that is actually going to be positive. So down, across, up, that one is a minimum. Now let's do the same at 0. We could use the negative 0.5 since we've already used that. And we need to go to the right. We can't go as far as 1 though, so let's use 0.5. And we've got dy dx. And so what happens with this one? So we know it's 0 there. Negative 0.5 we worked out was positive before. And if we put 0.5 in here, that is going to be 0.5 take away 2. That's going to be negative. So it's going to go up, across, down. That is going to be a maximum at 0, 0. And finally, we need to look at 1, 1. And so x values, we can use 0.5 since we've already used that. Sorry, it's going to be 1, that one. And we can just go for 2. And we know it's 0 here. We know it's negative there from up above. And so let's look at 2. That's 4 times 8, take away 4 times 2. That is going to be positive. So we go down, across, up, and that one is therefore a minimum at 1, 1.